highlights of that Manly game, and here they are.
And the scrum now going down with Manly running from right to left, and they're in the stripe uniform, and Eastern Suburbs have been penalised. And you watch the way Mr. Hartley runs right across field here and penalises a rather disconsolate Mark Harris right underneath the post, and that was to be Manly's first score. John Gray and 2 points to nil. Back to the action in midfield with Manly again running from right to left. Johnny Gibbs, the halfback at dummy half. Ian Thompson out to Springall, and well, this time Manly was starting to show that their forwards were really meaning business in this game. Another penalty going against Bob O'Reilly, who gets a paddle on the head from Wayne Springall, who's gaining in confidence. Only a youngster playing about his fourth first-grade game. Gives Gray the opportunity to goal again for Manly, and he does, and that took it to Manly 4, Eastern Suburbs 0. Russell Fairfax carrying the ball back. Now, we've got the scrum going down, and on this occasion, it's Johnny Gibbs being penalised for an incorrect feed. There's a little bit of finger-pointing goes on in this one. You see John Gray in the centre of the picture pointing at Roy Saylor. Bob O'Reilly having a slight altercation with one of the Manly players, John Harvey. But it gave Kevin Stevens, the opportunity to kick a goal, and he did that well and truly from about 35 metres out, and that made it Manly 4, Eastern Suburbs 2, and the 22,500 crowd there starting to think that this was going to be a very close game, but that was not to be. Gray taking the ball up for Manly, and one of the many good players in a Manly pack of forwards today that got completely on top. Gibbs running. Watch this. There's some good football comes out of it. Out to Thompson. Away to Springall. Back to Knight. And then back to Springall again, participating in the move for the second time. He gets a pass away nicely to Walker, the lock forward, as he's tackled. He fights his way to his feet. Gartner's a dummy half. He's the centre. Gibbs, watch the long pass to Gray. And then this very nice pass from Gray out to Randall. Randall looks for support as he's tackled. And there's Booth. And watch Booth beat Hastings' tackle and go in and score adjacent to the post. And it's Manly 7. Eastern Suburbs 2 at that stage, and to Mr. Hartley's credit, right on the spot, as you'll notice, each time a try is scored. Now, this is probably the most incredible try coming up. Stevens puts up what looks like a dangerous bomb, but look what happens to it. Edie takes it, and look what he does. One of the surprising things is this, is the lack of impression that Mark Harris is able to make on him. There's Harris, number 3, the despairing dive at the last second, but Edie's run 65 metres to score one of the most spectacular fullback tries of the season, and that made it 10 points to 2, and Manly going away and asserting great superiority in this particular match. Now, Randall with a long pass out there to Russell Gardner, back inside to Simon Booth, another young Manly player who's growing in confidence as he gets more first-grade experience. A slight altercation there between he and Fairfax, both standing their ground like young gamecocks. There's Springall taking the ball up to within about 20 metres now of the Eastern Suburbs line. Repeating, it was 10-2 at this stage. Ian Thompson back inside to Harvey. Harvey getting it alive to Ian Thompson. Back as he fell to Alan Thompson. Away to Terry Randall, one of the real good Manly players today. And out it goes, but you'll note that the referee judges that was touched by an Eastern Suburbs player, and back in possession are Manly. Bruce Walker taking the ball up close to the Eastern Suburbs goal. They're only about 15 metres out now. This results in a try to the Manly side as Johnny Gibbs gets the pass away to Graham Eadie. You'll note that short high knee action that he's got when he's really intent on making forward progress. Now you'll see John Gray go to dummy half, and from this position he's able to throw the dummy and get himself over. Watch referee Hartley down on his haunches and awards the try, ruling that Gray had got the ball down despite the attention of 3 defenders. And that was 13 points to 2. The goal from Gray, when a free kick today, made it 15 points to 2. Now then, back at halfway we go with the Manly side moving it out along the line. It looks all Manly at the moment, and Gartner showing great pace and gets around the tackle of Mark Harris, who was replaced by Murphy. Back inside to Booth, back to Gartner, lob pass over the top to Stephen Knight, and Knight sprints away for 30 metres and scores a fine try. And at that stage, the Eastern Suburbs side were shot to ribbons. And that made it 18 points to 2. But the latter stages of the game were to see Eastern Suburbs come back with 2 tries. And this is a worrying thing for coach Frank Stanton, because Manly do tend to hit the front and then relax. And they've allowed Eastern Suburbs to come in with 2 late tries. And here's one of them coming up as Mountier gets it to Bob O'Reilly, and over the big fellow goes. He's had a strong game today too, to score a try wide out. Now, back to this particular situation, one of the Edie bits of genius today, a nice drop goal from not far out, making it 19-5 in Manly's favour over a well-beaten Eastern Suburbs side at the sports ground today. With Manly in possession, out it went to Gartner, out to Booth. Not Gartner, Stephen Knight out to Booth. And look at the confidence of this young man as he gets it to Gartner. It goes back. It was a bad pass. and Fairfax comes up with it, and on this occasion Fairfax has the ball stolen from him or loses it, and he claims that he should have got a penalty. The referee put down a scrum. Now we're seeing Eastern Suburbs on attack with Fulton unloading it out to Fairfax. He'll come inside with the pass, getting it away to Murphy. Murphy will kick ahead, and watch Mullins in the race for the ball now as he scores one of two Eastern Suburbs try. The kick ahead, and that's experience and brains for you, not attempting to put the hands anywhere near and risk the knock on, and that made it 19-8. There was another field goal to John Gibbs in the latter stages, making the final score 20 points to 10 in favour of the Manly.